Brandy with Zio. Can anyone give Zio a quick catch up on what happened last day, please?
Hold on.
This
Okay,
guy watched
so...
I watched
Did you watch
I
the
watched the
video?
recording. Yeah.
Oh, you beaut. Well done. Okay. So we're good to go then.
I'm ready.
I guess you're
go
good to
now,
go then.
guys.
Okay, so the last we left off, you were talking to the gentleman that should be on the screen in front of you, and he asked you to retire to essentially a drawing room so that he could try to organise the meeting with the King Hrothgar with Oric's aid. So essentially, you're just in a waiting room with plenty of food and drink, and in game terms, this gives you a short rest. So if there's anything you'd like to do while you're doing that,
Yes. DM, I sent you a message.
okay, look.
Do you like me? Yes, no, or maybe?
Mic on.
Well, you're my brother, but you kind of almost let the guy have my wife stolen from me. Maybe? On a good day?
Okay, yeah, I saw that. That's the last message. That's fine. Rupert. I saw that.
Awesome.
Can I change out one of my spells during a short rest?
No.
Oh.
No? Okay. Never mind then.
Not as far as I know. I've never heard of a bard being able to do that. So
Alright. Not
Yeah,
important.
It's usually it's either long rest or when they go up a level.
generally speaking, yeah. Okay.
Fair enough.
And anybody else? So, like, there is a very grand table in front of you. Plenty of meats, fruits, breads, beers, wines.
I'm going for as many of the alcoholic items as possible. I am like just sips of beer, sips of wine, sips of whatever this could be.
You are mixing your drinks, is what you're telling me.
In my mouth, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Can you give me a con saving throw, please?
Oh, hells yeah.
Roll of the day.
Yeah, here we go. I can't get like some bardic inspiration or bless or anything on this, guys.
I could give you bardic inspiration, but like legitimately, it's your choice if you want to eat Greek food. So
I do. All right.
Bardic inspiration for you.
Oh
no.
Okay.
It's going down.
Yeah, you're intoxicated, so you take one level of exhaustion. And you feel quite sick. You feel quite sick at this stage. The first couple of drinks were going down quite well. After the sixth and seventh one, they started tasting a little bit dour. 14 drinks later, you realise this was a bad idea.
He tried to do the challenge. It didn't work.
Yeah. And Ripper just...
So, will you just mark on your character sheet, you've got one level of exhaustion for me there, please, Zara?
Yeah. Already, yeah.
And anybody else? Anything you'd like to do? There is nobody listening in the room at the moment. You are on your own. Even the girl, this girl here, who had told you the prophecy, she has left as well. You are completely on your own.
At this point, Zaru is every now and then, like he catches eye of SQ and just keeps nudging, like, "Hey, play the instrument, play! I want to sing a song." And he just keeps circling the room, keeps going around and around.
Fine. Okay, fine.
All right.
Okay,
well,
I'll sing an inspiration song. Can I give bardic inspiration to like everyone if I just sing a song and roll high?
No, the way it works for bards is you can do a special performance where if you perform for a set amount of time, people are kind of charmed by you, is the way it works.
Yeah.
It should be on your character sheet.
You get an extra d6.
Oh god. Okay, hold on. Bardic Inspiration.
60 feet, I believe.
No, it wouldn't be Bardic Inspiration, would it? What would it be?
It's more so to do with performance.
Yeah, if you're just playing it, it would just be a performance skill.
Oh, okay. Can I just roll for it, or do you guys actually want me to do something?
What?
Can I wiggle my way out of this one? You put me on the spot right off the bat.
Arrow will roll with you. He'll try to sing along with you and do really terrible harmonies, or at least what he thinks is good.
How about this?
He's smashed.
I'll perform one verse of "These are a few of our violent things."
Yes.
Okay, that's your
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
It's to the. Has everyone seen or heard music from The Sound of Music?
I have, yes.
Everyone's familiar with "These are a few of my favorite things."
Yes.
God damn it. Okay. Ahem. Bloodstains on armor and bone crunched by metal. Intestines spill when you slice them like petals. Sink your teeth in and drink up while it lasts. These are a few of our favorite snacks. I'm done now.
Well, you just roll me performance, and let's see how well it goes down with your crowd. So it should be on your character sheet there, performance. It's charisma skill. Yeah, it's more than enough. So with your affinity with performing,
I was at disadvantage too.
Holy crap! How? I'm the bard.
Oh, alcohol makes you
Liquid courage.
In some amazing way, every time you hit a high note, you can just hear the resonance of the low note, the reverberations coming from Zaru as he tries to act as like a tenor behind your beautiful voice, and it all comes together in sort of a beautiful amalgamation, either through pure coincidence or actual skill. Nobody knows, but it works.
My God.
It's like karaoke night when you're like, oh man, this guy's gotta be shit, and then all of a sudden he's belting it out like like AC/DC. Where did that come from?
It's at that exact moment when there comes a knock on the door from the outside. So knock, 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 and a moment later you see passing through the door an acquaintance of yours. Oric comes in. And at his side is this gentleman and these two ladies who are left. So his daughter and her shield maiden. This one is dead. So all of these people are after coming in and they say, "Greetings. We wish to accompany you in your efforts to persuade the king to your side."
At least somebody something else.
Sorry guys, two people spoke there at once. Zio, I'll hear you first, please.
There's no other thing. At least somebody something else with this.
Oryx stands up to speak and he says, "My good friend, the leader of the religious clan, has mentioned that he is going to use all of his sway to persuade Hrothgar to your side. Now, I am aware that he is currently against what you wish to do, but he owes me a favour. And luckily, I haven't cashed in that favour for a very long while. So to speak, he owes me one. So he should be willing to exchange that in order to help you in your quest. I believe he is currently with the king right now. As soon as he returns, I would expect to leave. I imagine we'll be leaving within the hour.
Can I make an insight check on his answer?
Yeah,
Concerning
you can,
what?
Yeah, yes, you can.
Oh, shit.
He looks at you separately, Ripper. He's going to try to do it. 1 second now. Okay, he's after getting a set number there, guys. So if anyone wants to try insight him to see what he's at, you can. I'll tell you whether you succeed or not. But he has stealthily tried to give you the eye, and you see his eye move from left to right, Ripper, not up and down.
Okay.
Mic on.
Oh,
SQ, what are you doing? SQ, you see him very obviously trying to stealthily give Ripper an answer that means no to something.
Oh, God. SQ's gonna kind of... I'm assuming she's probably standing close to Ripper, or are they still in this, like, chamber area?
These are all still in this chamber area where there's food on the table and drinks there. Nobody else who has just come in, either Auric, Bronzebeard, or Esmeralda and the Shield Maiden, none of them have actually taken anything from the table. Being aware that they're about to be in the king's presence, they do not want to be sloshed.
Oh, I'm genuinely pretty far away from Ripper at this point, then. You
still manage to see that silent and stealthy communication between them, though. Whatever reason, you just happened to be paying particular attention at that time, and it was very obvious to you.
I'm gonna try to make eye contact with Ripper and kind of just very quickly shake my head, this isn't right. And then I'm also gonna elbow Zaru.
Okay.
Just to get his attention, so he understands too. This is wrong. What he just said is not right.
Zaru elbows you back. He thinks you're playing with him. He is still drunk.
God dang it.
Did I say a swear?
So I'm gonna... Okay, at that point, I just want to,
What's so wrong about calling people glip-glops?
Oh, no. Alright, SQ is totally giving up on Zaru.
Your reaction to that just made me snort, and I had beer in my mouth. Oh, God.
Oh, no!
Oh.
Oh, God.
Ripper walks up and just pats him on the back.
Oh, there we go. Jesus, man.
And meanwhile, as Ripper's oh no, you're joking. Just kidding. So is Ripper not gonna come forward at all? Is he still back by the guards at the front?
We aren't in that chamber.
We are in
There's currently you're in a different. It's like a chamber off of where you are right now, and in the off chamber, it's essentially a refectory where the monks eat and drink, and if there was celebrations, they would have celebrations there. So it's a private eating and drinking room.
Okay.
And the only people in there at the moment is your party, Oryxon, the dwarf called Bronzebeard, who helped Lorad and Elder on their journey prior to meeting up with the rest of the party. Oryx's daughter, Esmeralda, and then the Shield Maiden, who protects her.
Alright, so in that case, SQ's just kind of gonna tilt her head and make direct eye contact with this guy and be like, do you want to try again?
Who are you talking to?
The dwarf, the little dwarf man.
Oryx?
Little dwarf man.
Wait, it's the one who... Wait, Oric's the one who just lied to her, not oh shit, I was under the impression that it was... What's his face? Fenton who just lied.
Who lied? I'm
no.
getting the idea that you're misunderstanding something.
I am. Something lost.
Yeah.
Who am I talking to? Oric?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it would be.
Right.
when Ulrich came into the room, he greeted everyone. He informed you that he has been asked to come at the behest of Fenton, as you said, and that they intend to seek a council meeting with the king. That Fenton actually owes Ulrich a favor from a long time ago, and Ulrich intends to use that favor to make him go along with your plan, even though he doesn't want to.
Okay.
And he also mentioned that you expect to be leaving within an hour, and that you should be ready to leave. And then the last thing he did is he stealthily tried to give Ripper a message, and the only person who actually insighted high enough to see that was USQ. So it's hilarious that the person who insighted the highest did not understand what was going on.
No clue.
Oh, the irony.
Yeah.
That was a lucky roll, guys. Let me just put it that way.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's again, everybody gets the benefit of a short rest, guys. So if you want to use hit dice, you can do so. If you get back anything on your short rest, mark it on your character sheet, and then otherwise, a very short time span later,
Oh no.
Erickson hears a knock on the door. 2 guards are there, dressed in regal-looking armour. They are the King's Guard, and they have been sent directly from the King's Chamber in order to ask your party to join the King and Fenton in his throne room.
Actually, SQ she roll an insight check to see if she can figure out whether or not whatever message Orickson sent Ripper was a good or bad, depending on Ripper's.
She shook her head. She doesn't know if Ripper even got that.
She knew that the message meant no.
Yeah, but
she saw Ulrich move his eyes left to right, and she also saw that he was trying to do a stealth away. So the only thing that SQ knows at the moment is that Ulrich said no in response to something that you have asked him about.
Yeah. So she doesn't have any idea about Jolly's or Ripper's reaction to that answer.
Mm-mm.
No, because she was focused on Ulrich.
Okay. Just want to make sure.
So, guys, the guards are there, and essentially they have requested you to start to move towards the King's residence. Are you willing to do so, or are you going to do something different? Yeah, or willing to do so. So,
this way, everyone.
Oh no!
Let's go.
So you make your way through the streets.
I'm going to make a gag. During that hour, I'm going to make a gag and something to cover.
Wait, no. SQ actually just kind of wants to offer.
No, it's fair. It's fair. I knocked him out.
If you want to tie Zaru up and gag him and just throw him over Lonnie's back, we can just walk him to where we need to be.
This is what us brothers do.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Okay, yeah.
Because I'm not sure I want to take him in front of the king of the entire Dwarven nation. Maybe we should leave him outside, tied to Lonnie. Is what Ripper's hinting at.
SQ's just gonna shrug and be like, I don't think Lonnie will mind. Lonnie, do you mind?
Lonnie shakes her little head left to right.
We can leave him here. It's fine. Lonnie doesn't care.
So we tie Zaru to Lonnie.
Right. Yeah, there's no way I could resist.
Mic off.
And you're not trying to, are you not? Even in your drunken stupor.
Yeah, there's no way I could make sense of what is going on.
Mic on.
Okay. And are you blindfolding him as well, or are you just gagging him?
Well, even if he did give a struggle, I think SQ would take that opportunity to give him a little kiss on the forehead, just to be like, that will probably paralyze him for an hour or so while he thinks about that.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, so you start to make your way from the Holy Shrine, and you're moving northwards up along the main street in the religious area until you get to a bridge that crosses. Again, there's a town guard, a portcullis, and a drawbridge that is put down. You manage to quickly cross through because of who is with you, and you get into the military quarter. As you do so, you are checked once again. The guards in this area, you notice, are a lot more frequent. There's constant patrols of guards up and down each street. And this time they're really armed. Each of them have heavy armor, plate armor, steel weapons, extremely armed to the teeth. Once again, your convoy makes its way through the streets up to this area here where you come to the Citadel. And after a brief conversation with the guards at the guardhouse, you proceed through into the palace itself. Eventually, after a very short space of time, you come before a throne room. There is two massive gold doors that open into the room in front of you, which I will show you now. And sitting on the throne at the very, very end of the room is the gentleman that you can see down on the bottom right.
Guys,
Ripper
going on?
Mic on.
SQ is a mute.
You can put your tokens. You can put your tokens on the screen if you like this.
Oh, I've got something I may want to do here, because I mean we're in audience with some pretty important
You're
people.
tied to a pack animal outside.
Yeah, and I'm not.
You're not here.
Yeah,
You're not here. You're tied to a pack animal outside.
how am I tied up? I must ask. Am I tied where like I'm riding it? In riding position, in sort of lean forward.
This is why I asked you, did you want to resist? And you're like, no, I'm not going to resist.
No,
Yeah, in my head, I was thinking like Red Dead Redemption style, like
you are
tie
flat
your
out
ankle
tied.
at your knees,
I just want to
like slung over my goat.
Yeah, okay, just
essentially, your hands are tied to your feet across the animal. So you're crossways across the animal, and your hands and feet are down over each side, and they tied both of those together and gagged you.
With rope.
With rope, yeah.
Flammable
Clarify
rope.
before the party goes inside. Like SQ's gonna kind of trail behind and like pat him on the back, and she's gonna like wave to. Are there guards out front? I assume.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wave to them, and be like, "Hey, if he starts screaming, just give him some water, okay?"
Okay.
You're gonna be
fine.
One of them looks to you, SQ, a little bit worried, and he says, "Can you explain to me what's wrong with him?"
He's drunk.
I am extremely close to the ground. I think I have been shrunk.
Do you hear that?
We are not going to take
No, I just heard.
He said he's very close to the ground and he thinks we shrunk him. He's drunk.
Ripper just puts his hand on the guard's shoulder.
Guys, I don't think something's good with me. Look at me, I'm turning blue.
Mic on.
Oh my god.
No, the guard can't hear you. Anything you're saying, Zaru, you're completely.
No, that's why I'm doing it away from the mic. That's all going on in Zaru's head.
Yeah,
Everything else.
The guard
is just
can't hear anything. It's just abstract mumbling is all the guard is getting. And he's looking quite. Seeing that you're not a Dowie, seeing that you're not a dwarf, he just sort of starts to chuckle to himself, and he's like, very few people have our constitution.
Yeah.
Should have been born a dwarf.
Taking a drop.
And he points at you and starts laughing, and then like he nudges a friend and he points at you, and they both start laughing and they walk off.
Oh my god.
There was a serious mumble that came back from Zaru that seemed like it may have been a really good quiff. But that was
you get the distinct impression that he has no intention of checking in on Zaru at all.
Ripper, we have to bring him. They're not going to watch him.
No.
If anything, they're probably going to start throwing stuff at him.
I heard
More than likely. Like, you know, Rotten Tomatoes. You get the idea they're looking for Rotten
Like,
Tomatoes.
they're gonna go find friends and be like, come look at this dumbass. He's on the back of a goat.
I'll just be like, hey, you're the goat guy!
Yeah, so yeah, SQ's just kinda gonna like wave Ripper back over and be like, can we just like keep his hands tied?
Wait.
Keep him gagged.
Wait, little one, I've got an idea here.
Did you just call a little one?
Well, I think I'm littler than you now, aren't I? Shrunk, aren't I?
No, not are you.
Well, I think I've got an idea here. Just watch, all right? Bear with me.
She's watching.
That's all. Like, but you can't make sense of anything that was going on. It was just honest eyes.
Oh, just on. Okay, so she's gonna take his gag out and be like, "What? Keep
this."
No, you talk 6 inches, inside voice.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna use that on the rope. Okay.
What?
Now watch. Wait. Watch.
You hit in your drunken stupor.
Yep.
You hit.
Yep. It's 9.
SQ's unfortunate little mount, and it takes a squeak of despair as it feels its own arse being half burnt off and starts to literally
getting dragged across.
Literally ricochet across this courtyard, bumping into trees, bumping into jars, knocking them over, bumping into little shrubs, completely turned them out of the ground, and he actually runs down a guard who was facing away from him as well. And now all the guards in the general area have lowered their pikes and started to aim crossbow bolts at this thing that is causing so much trouble within their courtyard.
Just trying to break free.
There is currently 6 guards in a row in front of the entrance, and that is where your little pony is absolutely ricocheting towards. The 6 lances are down, pointing directly at him, and there's about 12 to 14 crossbowmen on the wall above, all with their heavy crossbows pointed directly at this animal that seems to be out of control.
Oh my god. SQ is gonna
that I'm attached to, by the way.
The doors, and she's like gonna stand in front of the guards and be like, no, that's Lonnie. Lonnie, stop.
And Zaru.
Make a animal handling check for me, please.
Oh god.
And then make a persuasion.
I just wanted to be free so I could hide in my lava lamp.
Okay, so the you need to be quiet right now, Zaru. You're gagged. So you manage to SQ actually take control back over Lanny. She hears your piercing voice through all of the calamity and turns around to look at you. But the guard do not look like they're impressed by this maneuver at all. And the 6 guys with lances are starting to walk forward and try to surround the animal.
Mic on.
All right.
I'm like, I have reins in my hand, and I'm trying to like get myself between her and anyone who's coming at her with a lance, so I'm kind of just like circling around her body while I hold her reins, and I'm like, Lonnie, no, you're fine, everything's okay. Guys, seriously, something spooked her, I swear to God she's nice.
I want to try persuade him, saying, hey, nothing bad is happening, and we had a slight misfire, which caused the animal to go berserk. Okay, nothing. We got it under control.
Mic on.
Okay, well done, Zio. Can you again make me a persuasion roll, please?
Oh God, Zio.
And you can have it at advantage because of the fact that the animal is actually clearly under control right now with the animal handling check that SQ just made. Yeah, okay. So with a 15, the guards, seeing that the animal is under control again, understand that it's no longer a threat. They walk forward, use their lance to cut the ropes off Zaru, his hands, his legs, and his mouth. And they say, You better be more careful with your magic, foreigner, before it gets you in trouble, especially in the domain of the king himself. Are we clear?
Yes, I just wanted a drink, and it'll be out of your hair, I promise.
Mic on.
Don't make me find a jail cell for you. There's plenty here.
Put him in one until we return.
Can you just like hold him in one until we
Wait.
This guy is not our responsibility. But if he causes trouble again, he won't be anyone's responsibility anymore. And they turn around and leave. And the Oric literally shouts over him, "We'll pay for the damages. Send us the bill. Send us the bill." And he turns to the rest of the party and he says, "Okay, before there's any more problems, can we make for the throne room, please?"
Yes, definitely.
Mic on.
Yes. Sorry, Oric.
Okay, and once again, as a party, you come to the golden doors. Ripper, you were waiting outside the golden doors. There was 3 guards on either side. They were not letting you in by yourself. They said that his appointment was with Oric Orkson and his accompaniment. They do not care who you are. And once Oric gets to the front of the group, he calls each one of you by name, introduces you to the guards. They check your names off on a list, and you come into the throne room that is in front of you. The king is sitting in the chair in the middle. Fenton, you can see, is sitting on the chair on the right-hand side of him. And as Oric comes in, he comes up and takes a seat here on the left. So you have the new person here, that's the king, down here on the bottom right. King Hrothgar. He's sitting in the middle. Fenton, the leader of the religious clan, is just here. And Oric takes a seat here as you all come into the room.
Mic on.
Ripper calmly walks up, makes a curtsy, makes a bow, and greets the king. Greetings, king. And he remains there waiting for everyone else.
So the king remains seated. King remains seated and he says, "Greetings to all of you. I have heard of your stories through both Fenton and Oric.
Mic off.
I'm aware that you have recovered quite a powerful and unique artifact in your journey so far, and that you have come across enemies of old who we thought were dealt with. So, Fenton has asked me to allow for this meeting as a favor to him in return for something that he will do for me shortly. You have a very brief amount of my time. Make use of it."
Yes, Your Highness. We believe that we can use this hilt as a bait to draw these enemies close to finally end them. At the very least, these ones that we know of. We are offering our services to end these enemies, Your Highness.
Okay. And he bows your head as he hears you finish your statement, and he looks around to the rest of the group, seeing if anybody is going to speak.
Mic on.
SQ just kind of like smiles and gives a little wave to both the religious leader and Oric, because she knows them and she's been very physically close to them and she likes them.
Rick prays glaring daggers from his lowered head at SQ.
And then she stops.
Mic off.
What did you say there, SQ? It just cut out a little bit on my side. I do apologize.
Mic on.
Oh no, that the second like she sees Ripper's look, she immediately stops and just like kind of like puts her hands behind her back and puts her head down.
What were you trying to do? I just didn't hear it because it cut out on me. I'm sorry.
She was smiling and giving a little wave to Oric and the religious leader because she's met them before.
The religious leader Fenton seems to blush a little under his big beard. Larad, is there anything you'd like to do?
Well, as of this moment, I just do as the Reaper did and kind of bow and be as respectful as possible. And I do agree that we will we will help out in the clearing out these enemies. If Reaper is telling the truth, that is.
Oh, okay. Very good. And Womble Tomble, anything you'd like to do?
He just looks happy to be there.
Also,
Awesome.
very good. That's SQ. Zaru, what would you like to do?
What is my current status?
You are still... Give me a con save just to see how bad you are at this stage. This is a good hour and 30 minutes later. Perhaps you have managed to...
I'll be right in the pocket.
You did have 14 drinks. Oh no, you are still gone, Zaru.
I've
Gone as...
Now I've gotten the spins and have begun dry heaving.
Oh, God.
Yeah. And do you know when a person is so drunk that they're just swiveling on the spot?
Mic on.
You're swiveling on the
that
spot.
person.
You're dry heaving. You're dry heaving, and like you think the room is spinning, but it's actually you're spinning.
For sure. Yeah, I am in the pursuit of trying to dig out something from my pocket. Still kind of bound.
No, you're not bound. You're completely not bound anymore. The dwarves completely removed all of your gags and binds before you. They're not going to allow somebody to go into a king.
Did not know this. Sorry. Okay. Well, in that case, since being free, Zaru has been trying to dig out something out of his pocket for the past hour and a half, and he's just been in a daze and trying to spin around, and eventually he gets it. He's able to grasp onto what looks like a very ornate urn, and he grabs hold of it, and he says a few slurs, a few lines. And he kind of stares at the bottle. And he goes, "No, I got it wrong. Okay, hold on." And he does it a few times. And eventually, you see him just get sucked inside of the bottle.
Into the bottle.
Into the bottle.
Yep.
Okay.
Mic on.
Can
It can remain there.
Actually alarms. There's actually alarms to three people in front of you. They stand up to their feet. I can, Zio, thank you, yeah.
Alright.
I
Just
can
go
remain
down.
here for up to 4 hours. I'm hoping to just like be out of everyone's hair, not be a problem, and just be in my jar.
Reaper's in the state. So
The king, looking surprised, says, "What's the meaning of that?"
Mic off.
he was
He
very.
had a little bit too much to drink.
He has never been in front of royalty before.
Where has he gone?
Yes,
I can still hear everything, as if I'm being in that space.
He walks down the steps in front of you and he says, "Show me."
I take up the lamp and I show it to him. It is a
he
magical
takes-
item.
He takes it into his hand and he sort of turns it upside down and shakes it a little bit, and he says, "It's rude." He speaks into it now and he says, "It's rude to leave royalty before you're dismissed."
My apologies for this drunken fool.
Zaru's gonna try and hold back a burp. Oh.
On.
I feel like in this state, like there's just nothing I can do to hold it back, but alright. From the little tip of the end of the oh god, I can't even say it. The oil lamp, you hear just a little brrr. I'm gonna run out. And I zap back out of it, still holding on to the lamp and completely woozy. May I have a big excuse place?
So, so you come out with the lamp, and he's sort of holding the spout, and you come out with sorry, he's holding the handle side of it, and you come out with the spout.
Yes.
So in a moment of clarity, the both of you are kind of holding onto the same object, and he lets go of it and points for you to get back in line with the others.
Perhaps not move an inch, but you can all feel the veins about to pop.
I just.
Mic on.
It's too much for me right now, sir. I am. I've been poisoned. Need to.
Oh god, SQ wants to, like, wherever Zaru ends up standing, she wants to, like, stand next to him and try to, like, she's small, so I guess his arm would be, like, on her head, but she's trying to give him some kind of support so he doesn't fall over.
You're a human cane.
Yeah, she is crutched now.
You are literally.
So he just kind of puts out his left hand, and his left hand covers the entirety of the top of your head, and he's using your entire frame as a walking cane.
And SQ's
to try to keep
taken
himself
like
upright.
a sumo position, like her hands are on her knees, and she's like, "I'm ready. I'm ready to endure this."
There's like one point to another. I try to pick you up like a normal cane, and you're just not coming. You're like, "What's right? God, okay, 2 steps forward." Okay.
No, don't move. Just don't move.
If anybody is looking at Auric right now, he has his hand across his face, and it's slowly sliding down from his temples down into his beard. And all you see is Fenton looking at him with a look that basically says, "I told you so."
And I feel Auric, I do. I mean, we are in the throne room and this happens, so yeah, I do feel Auric.
Rightfully so. Try to avoid this.
Nope. Stop talking. Stop talking. If you throw up on me, I'm gonna kill you.
I want to go back in my lamp.
Shut up.
At this moment, I'd like to drag him, like take him like as far away as I can, so that if he does come up, it won't be in the throne room. Where I was in more trouble.
It's just
the king kind of looks to you, Zio, sees that what you're trying to do, and he says, "Kind Zio, will you place him in one of the chairs on the left? I'm sure he can't cause much trouble there."
Oh no!
Yes.
May I roll something to see if one of my teeth break from clenching my jaw? Or a blood.
I just want to go back in the bottle.
Make a straight con save. Less than 10, one of your teeth break.
Oh my god! I was gonna ask if I could roll.
Oh, okay. So your teeth are good. It just barely. You can hear the scraping, that horrible scraping of teeth sound, and it sounds like somebody in your party is grinding their teeth a little bit.
Yeah. You're grinder.
So seeing Zaru seated, the king looks to his left and to his right, and he says, "Gentlemen, I'm aware that you've set up this meeting, but I would like some privacy to speak to our guests in private. If you don't mind." Auric looks to the king, very surprised. "Are you sure, my lord? They are only in the city for less than a day." And he says, "Yes, that is my request." And Auric gets up to leave. Fenton, on the other hand, sits in his seat. He doesn't move. And Botgar looks down to Fenton one more time, and he's like, "Do I really need to ask again, Fenton?" And Fenton looks up at him and he says, "This is most unwise, sire. It is simply your protection that I'm concerned with." And the king goes, "Do not embarrass me in front of outsiders, Fenton. An order is an order. Now move." And you can see Fenton reluctantly get up and leave the room. The 2 guards on the bottom of the room leave the room and close the doors. It is now simply you and the king.
Oh.
And he returns back up to the throne room, to the chair, and from underneath his robes, he pulls out the hilt of the dagger, not the dagger, the sword, and he says, So this is what it's all about. Can you explain your plan to me, please? As I have been told you have one.
Using this hilt, we will have an opportunity to draw the enemies close. Because we know where they will be, where they will meet us. We will have an opportunity to strike them when they believe in the very moment that they have gotten what they truly desire. The moment many fools let their guard down most. It's when everything they desire is right at the tip of their fingers. And at that moment I will rip their heads off.
Okay. He looks at you, Ripper, and he says, Ripper, directly to you while holding your gaze, what happens if we discover our enemies are closer than we thought they were? What do we do then, Ripper?
Divine sense?
Ripper, having not moved an inch before, actually stands up tall. And let's see us finish.
No, it was Alex, but yeah, I was just wanted to cast Divine Sense to feel if this guy is the king, like the king is anything like a celestial or anything else like that.
For some reason, it doesn't work. It feels like in this room itself, you feel like you're blocked off from that power.
Huh. Okay, this is interesting. Okay, yeah, I that's what I did. Continue, please, Reaper.
So as the king finishes that, he then stands up, and you can see he puts the blade hilt in front of his mouth, and he starts to breathe out. He exhales, and he continues to exhale over a long period of about 5 seconds, and now you can see blue essence leave his mouth and start to form the hilt, rising up into a long blade and transforming himself to look like this on the throne room.
Holy shit.
Ripper, in his blade of steel, cold steel blue, you can see the visage of your wife.
Oh.
Mic on.
Everybody roll initiative.
Oh my god!
Hey, now look, I don't want to be the one that says told you so.
Oh my god, do we have a map for this?
Yeah, you see it. One second.
Holy crap.
Oh, hold on.
And as you do so, the room, guys, it was this beautiful blue and white marble. It completely changes. It looks like the room was a complete illusion. It's in absolute ruins. The columns are broken. The tables are turned over, and even the chair where Zaru was once sitting disappears. And Zaru, your ass hits the ground.
Whoosh!
You don't take any damage, though.
Oh, come on. Let me roll for it at least.
Oh my god. Wait,
Chill.
so
We don't just play disadvantage. We have a drunk character on our team.
the goat's not here with us, right?
No, we left her outside.
Oh, thank god.
Oh, fuck, yes. I'm dead last. Perfect.
Oh.
Oh, it's you.
And we're level 2 at fighting this guy. Oh my god, this is gonna be interesting.
So we've got Wombletubble who's just, wandering into things. For someone who's not all there, right? It's like Wombletubble seems to be more alert than
He was coming. He knew there was going to be some kind of evil reveal, whether it was the king or one of the people who were through him.
Maybe he just assumed everyone's evil.
Yeah, exactly.
Show you this. I literally just rolled a nat 20 on his initiative.
Nice.
Oh no.
You're gonna have to prove it
It's not
honest.
one of his attacks.
But
Okay.
Oh yeah.
are you considering, like, you're as you mentioned, you're in Ireland, so there's got to be some sort of delay, like a -2 or something like to coming over here, right?
Even still, it beats Wombledumble.
Right. It does.
Okay, so
It looks like I'm before Ripper.
Oh, yeah, mine's missing.
You have to click your token on the map and then click
that's
initiative in the
right.
character sheet. And then change it to a 14.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Is that music okay, or a little bit too aggressive? Lower, louder?
We can change it on our end. So yeah.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay,
In the
so
cogwheel.
guys, in front of you, you can see just an absolute juggernaut. You can see that the person in front of you is not the size of a dwarf. He is much the size of a large human or a small orc. He is completely armored from head to toe in maniacal black armor, and the blade in front of you. The only person who sees something different is Ripper. Ripper, you can see the visage of your dead wife in that blade. Everybody else, you just get a ominous and horrible feeling from the weapon, as if it is trying to suck the very life essence out of people within the room. Okay? In the moment that he stands up, he takes a slow step down the stairs as if there is no problems in the world. Ends his movement just in front of the party, and then a cloud of darkness erupts around him in a 15-foot radius.
Oh shit.
I'm just outside. I think I'm just outside, aren't I?
And then it's over to Mr. Wombletomble.
Alright, well, I can't see him anymore, but I know where he stood, so I'm gonna grease wherever he was standing.
Yep, go for it, yep.
Let's see, so when the grease appears, each creature
13?
standing must make a dexterity saving throw. Yes.
He just passes Wombletomble, but the area is still greased.
Alright, then I'll make my way a bit further to the back, and then my turn.
Okay. Good. Right.
Okay, up next then, Zio.
Alright. I think what I'm gonna do is go in there. Hold on. I'm gonna try like go in there as close as I can and see if I can strike them.
You can, but you will have disadvantage on your attack rolls.
Alright.
Because you are aware of where he stood last, so in your memory, you're like, okay, he was about 10 foot in front of me and then 5 foot to your right. So you walk forward 10 foot and then you turn right 5 foot and then you start to prepare yourself to deliver a flurry of blows in expectation that that's where you last saw him. So go ahead. Nice. Okay. Do you get extra attacks as being a monk, or
You can attack on bonus action as well, right?
with a key point?
It's a bonus action, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. The 16 hits Zio.
Alright.
Damn.
Nice.
Very nice. Okay, so you actually swing your quarterstaff in very much a horizontal movement, and in the sweep of your staff, you weren't sure exactly where he was, but you extended your staff for the full length in the swing, and your weapon found purchase, hitting some kind of metal material, and you can definitely hear a definitive crunch as your impact seems to have been a significant one. Up next,
Wait,
Lorad.
bonus action. I got a bonus action.
Yeah. That hits too. No, sorry, it doesn't disadvantage. 8 doesn't hit, I'm afraid.
Alright, then I like
your unarmed strikes. Your unarmed strikes.
no, that's right. That's a martial art attack.
Yeah.
I use
so I just 1 second.
Okay.
It just says unarmed strike, so that's why I was saying unarmed strike. So your second strike.
My bad. I thought you said clear bows, but okay.
Yeah, that's fine. So your second strike fails to hit. As you leave his reach, you do not provoke opportunity attacks, isn't that correct?
Yeah.
And that's because you're a mobile feat, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Okay, you're absolutely fine then. You bounce in, bounce out, no problem to you whatsoever. Up next, Lorad.
I think SQ was in front of me because she rolled a 14 the first time, but she had
go
to.
for SQ then, yeah.
Mic on.
If she could change it in the track order just so we have it before.
Yeah, it'd be handy, yeah.
Oh, yep, I can do that. 14.
Just click on your token, press initiative on your sheet, and then change it manually in your sheet.
Did that work?
And you can arrange it, it's a
and then I'll just send it again.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, there you go.
Alright, so how far away is he from me really quick? He's less than 60 feet. Yeah, for sure. I'd like to cast Vicious Mockery.
Do you have to see him?
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, yep, I do have to see him, and he's still obscured, isn't he?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
he is obscured by the darkness.
Now that black circle, since Ripper's inside of it, does that mean he's obscured as well from me?
He is,
yeah. But does Vicious Mockery really require visual?
I have to see him. It's a creature that you can see and that can hear you within range.
Okay.
So in that case, at this point, what's happening? I'm gonna move forward, and I'm gonna cast Heroism on Ripper. At level 2.
Okay, so he gets temporary hit points equal to your.
And who else gets?
Just
until the spell
one
that creature is immune to being frightened.
Oh wait, I did it.
Second one.
Oh.
They guess that level 2.
Yeah, so you could do Lorad as well because it's right beside you, or you could do yourself because it is touch.
I'll do Lorad as well.
Okay.
And you are.
So Lorad and Ripper get temporary hit points and are brave. So the temporary hit points is equal to your spellcasting modifier at each of its turns. So your spellcasting modifier, I presume, is what, SQ?
How do I see that? I don't know.
It'll be
Charisma modifier.
Charisma. What's your charisma modifier? Yeah.
Oh, charisma.
Is it a +3?
+4.
Wow. Okay, so that means at the start of their turns, each one of them will get 4 temporary hit
Mic
points.
off.
As long as this spell remains in action. So fair play. Very nice. That's your main action. Is there anything you can do with your bonus action?
Mic on.
And would you like to move?
If she walks forward and touches or hugs Ripper, can she give inspiration that way?
Bardic inspiration if I just give him a big
I
ol'
think. Let me check. Bardic inspiration. Use bonus action. Yeah, you can. If you literally just extend your hand out, you'll be able to feel where he is. So.
Yeah, I wouldn't try to give him a hug.
And the last time you saw him, you're aware Just give me a perception check, actually, just to check to see were you actually paying attention to where he was, or were you too preoccupied with what was going on up on the dais to actually pay attention to where Ripper was? You were paying attention to where everyone was. You're aware that Ripper was just in front of you, where you're standing right now, and you are confident that if you just extend your hand and touch him, you will be able to inspire him from where you are. So mark off one of your bardic inspirations. Ripper, you have inspiration. And up next then is Larod, please.
Larad will move into the cloud of darkness. Can I move in front of the guy, assuming that I knew his last position?
Just give me a quick perception check, just to see how again, same thing, how much you were paying attention to where he was in relation to the last time you saw him. Yeah, you're able to manage to do so. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna move there. And just a quick second. As a bonus action, I'm gonna cast Shield of Fate on myself.
Okay, you're up to 21 AC.
There goes one of my spell slots, and I'm gonna use my inspiration to hit normally, right? They cancel each other out.
That is correct on one of your attacks. That is correct, yeah.
Yeah, this is just one attack, so for this turn, so my inspiration is gone. Let's see, longsword, I have my longsword in one hand, the shield is in the other. And that's a 17.
That will hit.
Okay. Let's see. Max damage, 11 slashing.
Well done, Jesus Christ. Okay.
Nice.
So, in a moment of ferocity and worried for your party, you step forward into the darkness, into the danger. You slash out at where you hope your enemy to be, and you find your sword gets great purchase, and you can feel the impact of your weapon blow has been a very significant one. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
No, that's my thing.
Okay, Ripper, it's over to you.
I will roll a perception with a disadvantage because I'm in darkness to see if I know that Larod is right in front of me.
Yeah, go for it, yeah. Yeah, you're not sure because of the fact that you were in the darkness when it's cast. You're no longer sure of where anything is, yeah.
Yeah. The only thing I know is that my enemy was right in front of me walking down, and Ripper has snapped. I walk forward and bump into something. Before I even realized, since I thought he was further away, but magical darkness, so I will attack Larod. Because he is right in front of me. I don't hit.
Yeah, so your rapier slashes out, you can hear steel on steel, and that makes you think even more so that you have actually found the opponent you're looking for. And unfortunately, you know yourself that your blade did not find good purchase. You feel a little bit angry and more so rage building, knowing what was in his weapon when you looked at it, and you're getting ready to really release your ferocity.
A quick thought though, it's a shimmering field that appears and surrounds the creature. So shouldn't I be covered by this shimmering?
There's no light in magical darkness.
Oh, okay.
There's no light. Yeah, there is absolutely no light. You cannot see anything.
Unless a spell of 3rd level or higher, I think, or no, 2nd level or higher is cast.
It depends on how high he cast it, and you're not quite sure of how high the level he would have cast that at.
Yeah.
Okay, so it is over to Zaru.
Awesome. Okay.
You are drunk,
Things have happened.
and you have disadvantage on all ability checks.
Correct. Abilities. Ability checks indeed. On attacks.
Not on attacks, no.
Really?
So, yeah, I can. Yeah, I'm just not really good at like seeing things or investigating or jumping through things. But attacking is, basic fight or flight.
By the way, Larod and Ripper, can you both make dex saving throws for me? Oh no, you don't need to. You're fine.
Okay.
That's the grease in here. Oh, grease is bigger than that.
No, just a 10-foot square.
I always thought it was 20 foot for some reason. Okay.
Wow. I wish it was.
That would be nice. Yeah. All right. It's not going to be fun for everyone.
Elder, you're on deck after the boss.
I will just kind of use my thumb and try and gauge where I last saw the thing, and the person. I'll be like, somewhere around there. And
Perception at disadvantage.
Yes. Okay,
I
perception.
want to see this. I'm hoping that he sees.
Disadvantage. It's a 4.
Okay, yeah. So with your best guesstimate, you reckon that the last place you saw him was about here.
Fuck. Alright. See, if I was going to be able to fight him, it was going to be a straight shot. If not, I was going to blanket the area. So, blanket the area it is. This is going to be Burning Hands, 15-foot cone. Hopefully, it's going to get Larod, it's going to get Ripper, it's going to get, hopefully, him as well. If I have to retcon it, I will step forward 1.
Oh, it is 50 feet.
No, it's fine. It will hit all 3 of them. You can stay outside of the darkness. It will hit all 3 of them. And it's a saving throw against your spellcasting modifier, is that correct?
Correct.
What is your spellcasting modifier?
It's a DC 13 deck save, or they take and they take half damage if they succeed, or they take 9 if they do not. And this is all fire damage.
Okay. Now, believe it or not, the boss fails, Larod fails, and Ripper, can you do a deck save, please?
Do we have disadvantage because we're in magical darkness?
No, I don't think so.
Yes, yes, you do.
Well, I already failed.
No, you don't. It's fine.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. It actually doesn't matter, because either way, Zaru's a boss, and he just nuked all 3 of you.
Okay.
Can you roll damage on that?
It's already in there, the damage.
It's 9.
It's 9 fire damage, nice. So everyone, all 3 of you take 9 points.
It's more. I don't know if you want me to roll for it because I can't see them, but once per attack, if it hits, I get to roll for extra damage, which is just my proficiency, due to my Genie's Wrath, which is just 2 thunder. I don't know if you want it, so it's just going to be 2 thunder. I don't know if you want me to roll like a D3 and 1, 2, and 3 to who it hits.
No, it's fine. Everybody takes 2 thunder damage, guys.
Okay, fair enough.
So 11 damage to Larod, 11 damage to Ripper, and 11 damage to the unseen enemy before you.
So he doesn't have fire resistance like I do.
And since that is the Shield of Fate is concentration, each time I take damage I need to make a Constitution saving throw, right?
Yes, please, on a 10 or more. 10 or more, my dude.
The enemy might also...
Well done, Larod, well done.
Oh yeah, the enemy must also make a Constitution.
And thankfully he passes that on a 15 plus something.
Okay.
Wait, did he roll for when Larod hit him?
Yeah, I've been rolling those, yeah. I have been rolling each time he gets hit.
Okay. Alright.
And Zio actually almost broke it. It was the closest one on his second attack.
Just to wrap up my move, I would like to move. I can go somewhere there.
Shit, I forgot to use my inspiration. Can I use my inspiration for the deck save?
It's too late right now. You would have had to tell me when you were using it, my man. Next time, just tell me you're using it, because if I've already told you whether it passes or failed, this is kind of too late by then.
Okay.
I'm going to make it over to this side here, and that's it. That's me.
Okay. Right, it's back around to the boss. Seeing what's after happening and being aware of where the most of the damage came from, he moves 5 foot here. Laurel, can you make an opportunity attack now, please, against him? If you wish to. Disadvantage, yeah. Solid hit, even with disadvantage.
Okay, so this is how it's gonna go. I'm gonna use my smite on this one, even though it's not a crit.
Okay, go for it.
Oh, 19 damage. That's a good roll. Those are good rolls.
Please break the spell.
Dude.
My God.
Yeah, you feel the magic darkness around you flicker as just this light, this divine light within the darkness. For a split second, everyone can see where everyone is within the darkness, and then the darkness sucks the light back away again. As the market darkness takes back its position. He needs to make a dex save when ending, that's fine. And he goes to here and he makes an attack against you, Zaru.
Oh.
21 hits you, I presume, does it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it does. Keep it low.
12 damage.
Okay.
And then, can you make a strength saving throw, please?
Probably not.
Oh no.
Okay,
No.
as he does so, he pulls you into the darkness. And you are prone.
Brownie prone. Never like getting pulled into the darkness on my.
Next up, Ripper. Not Ripper, excuse me, Elder.
Wait, did the darkness just shift?
With him?
Yeah, because with him, yeah.
Oh, great, then we know where he is.
We could do some baths.
Not really.
I mean, he's in the center of the sphere, right?
And here's the Bardic Inspiration thing.
Yeah.
Make a straight Arcana check for me, Elder, because of the fact that you're aware of these types of magics. Yeah, you guess that if the darkness shifted when he moved, and it follows him, wherever the center of the darkness is, he is.
I'm a bit of a wizard myself. Alright, well, I will shout this out to everyone.
Alright.
Yeah, anything else you'd like to do, Elder?
Yeah, I'm gonna do another grease.
Just grease the whole floor.
Does that? Oh, yeah. It removes the first one, right?
I don't know if it does actually. It's not concentration duration.
Oh.
No, it's just timed. Okay, hold on. Let me replace it.
Oh, great.
I will grease the entire floor.
Grease the lightning.
Oh shit.
Askew. Musical bones.
Alright, he needs to make a dexterity save.
I'll do so now. What's your DC?
13.
He fails, but he uses some kind of an ability.
He has legendary resistances. Good to know.
He fails. He did fail, but he uses. You can almost hear, "I will not be down," and he stands straight back up.
I
wanted to hide in my bottle.
I mean, a first level spell for a legendary resistance, I'll take it. I take pride in that. That's the end of my turn.
Well
Just got legendary stuff, and he was all
scary.
concerned about me popping in. Yeah, he was scared about me popping in my bottle.
He was playing the non-magical user or stuff like that.
I mean, that's less funny. It's funnier if he's scared.
Yeah.
you get the feeling that Arad is correct in his assessment. Elder, well done. Zio, you're up.
So he yelled that, right?
Yeah, he yelled, "I will not be downed by such things, such trifling things."
Yeah, and I yelled that he's in the
where
middle.
he yelled.
Sorry?
I like to follow the voice of where he was yelled.
And you can try, but again, you can't see anything if you're trying to.
I just looked up to see if I can find where the voice came from.
You reckon it was in front of you in some way. Make a perception to see if you can follow the voice only rather than your actual eyes. So as you try to follow it, you're not really sure about which part of the circle of darkness he is in.
All right. So, you
are aware that Mr. Wombletomble had yelled that he's at the center. So you are aware of that.
So
it's just a matter of can you actually get to the center in the darkness?
Well then, I got to move it forward. What I'm going to do is defeat. I'm going to make my way until actually through the darkness until I go to something. So this will be that will be 20 feet. This will be
there's no need to do that, and where were you? Here, wasn't it?
Yeah.
The center was about here.
All right.
So you moved to here, and you moved to here, and now you're striking wildly, essentially all around you until you hit. So you can try to hit him, but the attacks will be at disadvantage.
All right.
Just because he casts darkness on himself doesn't mean that he's not there. Like, you're aware of roughly where he is because of the fact that Wombletomble has said the darkness is following him. It's in the middle. So, but because of the fact that you can't see him, all attack rolls against something that you can't see have disadvantage. Away you go.
Okay. So, did I go for an attack?
Yeah, go. It's all you. Wow. Yeah, that's a solid hit.
It's a disadvantage.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, no. And so, in a moment of celebration, you feel like you have swung true and proper, but the enemy seems to have sidestepped out of the way of your quarterstaff this time, being aware of how much hurt you put on him the last time. You still have your bonus action.
Fist of Fury. I still want to keep up for Fist of Fury.
Yeah. So a 14 and an 8. So each time, and you actually manage to find purchase this time. Your fists hit plate armor, and as they do so, they seem to just bounce back off it. And he seems to be quite an armored foe.
Let's see. But then I guess I might end my turn right here then.
Okay. Very good. It's over to SQ.
Mic on.
Oh, God. Okay, so SQ can move, I want her to... She's gonna move up, like, next to Larod since he's right on the edge. And based on what they just learned from Womble Tumble, she's gonna be like, Larod, I need you to throw me into the middle of that dark. Just throw me into the middle.
In the middle.
Well, I could do that on my turn, yeah, but yeah. I will.
Crap.
I will.
Yeah, that's what I need. And then also, bonus actions. What can I do? What can I do?
You could hold an action so that when you could say, I'm holding an action, so when Larod throws me, I'm going to do this. And then your action activates when that happens.
Okay, so here's the thing though, it's conditional. So when Larod throws me, I want to be able to cast either Vicious Mockery or Cure Wounds depending on where I land.
No, you have to pick one. You have to specify who.
Okay, so if he throws me and I land like close enough to the bad guy, will I be able to see him?
No.
Zaru's
You're in darkness.
Okay, so I want him to throw me as close to the middle as possible, and I want to be able to cast Cure Wounds on Zaru, because I have a feeling he's probably going to need it at that point.
Are you even aware that Zaru is damaged? Are you even aware that Zaru is hurt?
Yeah, that's the thing.
You won't even know he's hurt at the moment.
But I know
there's no way.
But I know that he and Zio are in there. So like my main goal is to like go in as like triage.
Yeah, so just you won't be able to see anything that's going on, and you didn't see Zaru. All you saw is the bubble of darkness move, and then Zaru. You actually, the angle that you're at, you wouldn't have been able to see through it. You might not even know Zaru was in there.
Oh, okay. In that case, hold on, because then I wouldn't even probably want to be casting Cure Wounds at that point.
It's not measured. You're going straight in. There's grease on the floor.
Do I even know that though? I don't think I would.
I think you can see this edge right here.
You can see the first one definitely, yeah, because it's just outside of it.
Okay. Oh, jeez. Okay. I would then essentially just, I want to ask Larod to throw me if he has the chance. Do either Larod or Ripper need any kind of healing at this point? I don't think they do.
We both took the fire damage from Zaru.
Oh, that's right.
I'm fine. No, really, I'm fine. Ripper doesn't say that, but I'm fine.
I at least hit him for a possible 9.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
You can bonus action.
I mean, honestly, unfortunately at this point, though, just because based on where she is and what she's seeing, Larod's closer to that field of darkness, so she's going to cast Cure Wounds on Larod.
Good
Yeah, that seems more appropriate.
Roll
At
for the
level
dice.
1.
So 9 extra hit points back to Larod.
I'm back at 4.
That would have been so helpful.
I'm so sorry.
No. It's not like I'm holding a brush or anything.
Right. And even if I try to fly away, I get the op attack. And I'm prone, so I've got to get up. So I don't really have that much room to fly.
Okay, so after you is Larod.
Mic off.
Do you still want me to throw you? Or no?
Mic on.
Yes, throw me. As close
I
to the
guess-
center as you can get.
That would be an action, right? Arrow?
Who would be
Okay, what do I need to do? Like athletics?
athletics, and because you're throwing her into the darkness, you won't have disadvantage, but she will on landing. So you just make a straight athletics.
Yeah.
13 is plenty to throw a creature of your size, SQ. SQ, can you take acrobatics at disadvantage to try land? Because you cannot see anything. You cannot see anything, SQ. So Larad picks you up, no problem. He tries to throw you the straight line, roughly 10 feet from where he, because that's kind of where he thinks the enemy was the last time you saw, and you land just here, and you kind of bump into Zaru, and both of you can now make dex saves.
Yep. It is an ability.
You are at disadvantage because of your drunkenness, Zaru.
Oh, thank you.
I don't think that was a good idea.
I had not remembered this, and I scored better than her. 11.
Okay, so a drunken Zaru dodges out of the way as something comes past him, and he's like, "Oh, SQ, what are you doing?"
Yeah, I'm like Jack Sparrow drunk now.
Slams to the ground just to the right, and SQ just take 1 bludgeoning damage there as you basically eat dirt and a stone. And you even chip it to SQ as you come up off the ground. You're also in the grease, so that's going to be a problem for you at the end of the turn as well. That's so at the end of your turn. Can you make a dex saving throw to see if the grease is the problem? You need to be DC 13 because that's Mr. Wombletumble's saving throw.
Yeah, remember, if she goes into multiple areas, they're different spells, so...
She only landed in 1 at the moment, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Also, Larad will, after throwing SQ, he will move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, knowing that he threw her somewhere in the center. He doesn't want to hit her again when he will enter, so he will just move around.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine, yeah. Over to... SQ, you need to give me a dex save for that grease, and then we're going to rip it.
Mic on.
Dex save.
Oh, yep, hold on.
Digging the music though too. Dun, 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 dun. It's getting me in the zone.
Yeah,
sure.
SQ, you managed to come to your feet quite easily, and you're not too worried about the grease. You're dancing around in it. You have helped what Mr. Wombletumble with a couple of things in the past, even if he doesn't remember. And his spell of this is no problem to you. You remember him doing this to you in the past as a joke, and you managed to get out of it. Over to
Mic off.
Ripper.
Ripper will move all the way over here first. And since I am flanking with SQ, I do not have the
we don't run flanking.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a 3.5 thing carryover.
Okay. In that case, with disadvantage, I will try to bite the enemy.
Okay, go for it. Yep. So as you try to lean in, you have advantage because of
below half health.
Because of what? You're below half health, and you can use that twice. Isn't that correct?
Correct. But I missed anyway.
14.
So I missed anyway. Bonus action disengage.
You can use that twice. Isn't that correct?
Yep, I've used one of them.
Okay, that's fine. So, unfortunately, your bite does seem to glance off his back armor, and you see nothing, even though you felt something in your mouth as you bit down. Knowing that your attempt failed, you bounce back out of combat with a cunning action, so you're back to safe purchase from what you see. Over to Zaru.
Ooh, yeah. All right. Oh. So in my brain, I've got like this silly idea, but it's probably not going to come out through drunken Zaru. This is gonna... Oh, I really hope this works, because it would be so awesome. Okay, so first things first, Zaru is prone, so he is definitely going to stand at, taking half his movement to stand. And having just been hit by this guy, I kind of would still know that he was in my area, would I not?
He might be. It's dark. You don't know.
Yeah, and my passive perception's only like 11, so slightly better than normal. In that case, I will just I will cure wounds on myself. Click the button. Oh, there we go. Cast it at level 1. Yeah, okay. Can I do that right? So I'm a warlock now, because I never know these things. Yeah, I did it right. Okay, so yeah, I've cast Cure Wounds on myself and brought myself up 8 health points. I am then... I'm then going to take the op attack, and I'm going to try... I'm just going to fly backwards. As far as I can. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4.
So he manages to sneak out his sword and slash you as you're trying to get away from him. Dealing 13 damage.
Oh. Oh no. Okay. Yeah, I'm down.
Okay, so as you try to fly away, he sees your opportunity of escape and tries to slash out against you and puts you on the ground. You're only down, you're not dead, right?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I got it wrong.
Perfect. Okay, so on your next round, you'll be taking death saving throws. Right. Over to the boss now. So, being aware that he's after finding purchase on one of his enemies, the darkness seems to vanish in front of you. He holds the sword in both hands directly above his head, and a jet black set of lightning hits the roof overhead, and the roof overhead starts to crumble and fall. Can everyone makes a dex saving throw, please?
My God.
Oh, poop.
Wait, everyone?
Everyone, yep. The roof above your head is crumbling and starting to fall down onto the ground as the lightning hits the roof overhead.
I don't even feel like I should have to roll. I think I'm done.
Zia,
fuck.
Wow.
Oh.
Wait, you're knocked out, aren't you? You don't get to make a save.
Yeah, Zaru, you automatically fail 2 dex saving throws.
Yeah.
Because of the fact that you're hit with that. And
that was right there, just to show that, to drive that home.
Rod.
I'm almost dead, guys.
5 bludgeoning damage.
You're fine.
And Jolie, 5 bludgeoning damage, please.
If you die, your brother will just, keep you company anyway.
And then it is over to Elder.
Wait, does he not move?
Sorry?
Does he not move from his spawn?
No, he doesn't.
Alright, then a save, please.
Okay.
13.
This is darkness for
Dex, isn't it? Yeah.
Yep.
He just passes that.
Alright, and the darkness is gone.
The darkness is gone.
Great.
Definitely useful
Go for the Elder,
5 seconds ago.
One Tumble walks over a few feet and throws a firebolt.
Okay, roll attack. So, unfortunately, your 13 just misses.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And it strikes wind. It actually hits this grease here and starts to ignite it.
Oh god, no.
Oh no.
No!
And SQ, you can see the fire start to spread underneath you. You probably want to get out of where you are. Over to Zio.
Oh, God.
Mic off.
Well then, I'd like to grapple the guy.
Okay, roll for it. You can use acrobatics or athletics.
Alright.
You have him grappled.
Alright, and that has my movement speed, my movement, right?
It doesn't. You can move him half your movement if you wish to, but it takes your action to grapple someone.
Alright. So I can't move him unless I got an action, right?
No, you can move him half your movement if you wish to, but you have used your action to grapple him.
Alright.
Do not take him out of the great fire. Keep him there.
Push him in the fire.
Yeah. Okay. I grab him and try to take him toward the fire.
There's people in the way.
I'm prone. Did you trip over me?
You will have to go through the grease yourself in order to get him there.
Alright.
1,
So 5,
5.
10, 15. So you'll have to make a dex save on entering a grease. So you'll have to make a dex save here and here. So can you give me 2 dex saves, please?
Or you can pull him out of it and then push him back into it. If you pull him back and then push him along this side.
The most direct way will be to go this way.
Okay. Oh, he succeeded.
Yeah, it's no problem. So you take him with you. 5, 10, 15. So next round you're going to be able to push him in that fire.
I can move him like another 10 feet, so directly into the fire he goes.
Yeah, okay. And if you're grappling him, you will go too.
That's fine.
You will both be on the same square. Okay. So I'm going to roll fire damage here now. 1 fire damage. So 1 fire damage to the 2 of you.
3.
Well, so your feet are getting hot.
Yeah, it's just the floor and under you. The carpet is starting to really get singed and swell up with fire as this grease seems to be acting as an accelerant. Is there anything else you'd like to do, Zio?
Oh, in my turn. That's it.
Well done. Okay, over to SQ.
Mic on.
Alright, so SQ's gonna use her her little halfling nimbleness to move under or over, or however it's gonna work, to get outside of the oil.
Works however you want it to work, really. I mean,
Okay, it's over then. and she definitely makes sure to like crawl deliberately over his face.
all knees and elbows. Oh.
So just
Knees and elbows. All the knees.
Just as you're leaving the area, will you just give me a dex save to make sure you don't slip and fall and all of that grease?
Oh yes.
I mean, she doesn't have to, mechanically at least.
In her mind, she wants to be delicate. She just slams right into my balls, like head first. It's like fuck you.
Just like an angry army crawl over your body.
I thought it was any time a creature moved as well.
No, it's entering.
No?
She's already in it, so leaving
Entering
it is free.
or ending your turn, that's it, is it?
Yeah, entering or ending, and when it's cast.
Oh, okay, I would have moved the boss if I hadn't known that. Okay, no problem. That's fine. That fail is not a fail, so you managed to make it to where you are. What would you like to do now, SQ? This guy is down and he has 1 death saving throw left.
And I have 1 more spell slot, so I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds at level 1.
Oh, thank you, baby. That's what I needed. There it
Shut up,
is.
stop talking.
Oh god. Okay, roll there.
If he actually said that, she'd smack him.
No, that's
Yeah.
my brain. 5. Oh,
Okay,
thank
you managed to come back with a healthy 5 hit points, Zaru.
It's beefy.
As you feel the gentle touch and repose of SQ bringing you back from the depths of.
Could we be more detailed on the touch, SQ?
It's quite a gentle.
I'm kidding.
No. She absolutely the way she cures people, she's gonna give them little kisses on the forehead.
Oh,
no. So you awaken to SQ giving you a kiss on the forehead, and you can take that any way you wish as you come back to your senses.
Blue skin could turn red.
Anything else there, SQ?
Okay, so I did movement, action. I think outside of that, I can't. Oh wait, the darkness is gone. Oh no. Can I cast a cantrip? Is that a thing I can do?
I think so. I believe so, yeah.
Okay, she wants to cast Vicious Mockery.
Yeah, that's the bonus action one. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, that's actually a reaction.
Or have we talked about this before? 1 second. VIC.
I think it's a reaction.
IOUS Mockery 5e. I'm just checking there now.
It's one action.
It's an action, SQ, so no. Yeah.
Never mind. Okay, so I'm gonna end my turn.
Oh, no, sorry.
Okay.
That's right. I'm thinking Hellish Rebuke. Sorry.
Oh, the Warlock thing where, like, if somebody hits you, you go BAM as a reaction.
I think it's a tiefling thing, but yeah.
Mic off.
Yeah, Warlock's not a thing.
I guess Warlocks do it well.
Yeah.
I'm both a tiefling and a Warlock, and I
Storms
don't
are
do it.
to do it fun, actually, with lightning. It's pretty cool. Laura, you're up.
Okay. So heroism is still in effect, right? From SQ.
It is, yeah. So you get +4 temporary hit points. Ripper went down, sorry, not Ripper. Zaru went down, so his is gone.
But now he's back up.
Yeah, I'm back up now. Yeah, +5.
So I'm gonna move up to here, and seeing Zio kind of struggling with this guy, I'm gonna try and strike the evil boss.
Yeah, just 1 second.
Things are getting fiery down by the grease with 2 men grappling each other.
Mic on.
I don't like the way that sounded.
I love the way that sounded.
That was I don't know. It was for real. Like that's how.
Okay, work away. Yeah.
Literally, what's happening?
Roll your attack. Wow. Okay. Solid hit, Laura. Solid hit.
Oh, there it is.
8 action damage. Okay.
You gave it to him solid there.
So as you slash across the front of his breastplate, and you can actually see there is starting to become large dents and nicks in his armor, and he looks actually to start feeling as if he's taking a bit of a beating right now. He looks a little bit bloodied, one would say. Okay, so over to after Larod is Ripper.
Ripper walks calmly. That look in his eye. Well, no. Yep. Close action. Come on.
That was a critical fail, was it?
Yep.
Wait, don't they get banished as like I grappled him, or
you're not going to do a critical fail, are you?
No. I'm just looking at the fact that it's so Ripper. You walk over, and in your fury, you slash out, but he actually catches your blade in his mailed hand, and for a second he just looks at you and he says, "You are nothing," and he throws your blade away. You still have it in your hand, but he's looking at you as if you are nothing. Over to Zaru.
Oh, you've just called my brother nothing. That is not okay. Right, I know where the bloody hell he is, and I'm gonna fly right above this grease. Here we go.
I think if you move into it, you're going to have to take the dex save.
Mic on.
Well, I'm flying. I'm not touching the ground.
Oh, you're flying. Okay, no, you're fine then.
My plan is to Pythagoras theorem up right above him with my max movement and point straight down at the guy, knowing that I can see him directly.
My God.
And
Theo is there too.
Yeah, and knowing that this is fire, my drunkenness and seeing that fire is already a thing that's going on, I'm going to try two things. One, first, I'm going to Eldritch Blast him.
Okay, so that's using your attack roll, so use your charisma modifier.
Okay, and
as in like make an attack with your proficiency in your charisma.
Make an attack with my Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast, aren't you? You're a warlock, aren't you?
Correct.
Yeah, so just hit Eldritch Blast on your sheet.
Will. But there's a follow-up thing. So with Eldritch Blast, I also get the agonizing blast through my Eldritch evocations, which allows me to actually do blah blah blah, and plus my Genie's Wrath gives me +2 on the thunder. So if it hits, it's +2 on the thunder with a bloody no. Oh, sorry, no, I rolled that at disadvantage. Sorry, let me do that.
I'll take the first one. That's fine. No, I'll take the first one. 16. Yes.
Yeah, so it's 16.
So so you fly directly above him. You're looking down at him as you're basically inverted directly above his head, and you use your Eldritch invocation to add a little bit of extra spice to your attack, and a blazing light. What color is your Eldritch Blast?
It is almost like a cobalt blue,
okay,
like
so
a neon.
Yeah, so a gorgeous neon blue light seems to emanate from your person and strike him dead in the chest where Larad's sword had just hit, and you see his armor plate on his chest burst off.
Yeah.
He is now bare chested in front of him.
Okay, and for my final act of everything, now keeping in mind I'm trying to be like right above them, but it won't let me win the map here, but I am right above them. My hope is that I am now going to pin drop, try and getting in between both Zio and the bad guy, because I can take the fire damage and I don't know if Zio can.
That would kind of be an opposed grapple to Zio to push him out of the way. So you've already used your action. But
I don't mind doing that.
If you want to do that on your next turn, that's no problem at all.
I just stopped my wings.
Oh, so you basically took in your wings, yeah, and you're about to dive. So in your next turn, you're about to dive straight down to where they were, yeah. Back up to the guy who was being grappled. Let me check.
He's not dead yet. Oh god, I thought that was going to be it. Like that was like, you've pissed me off because you called my brother nothing.
Okay, so he is going to attack you, Zio, because of the fact that you are grappling him. Does a 16 hit you?
Let me check real quick.
Oh god.
Yes, just barely though.
Oh,
okay.
Beefcake Zio!
So he slaps you with his greatsword, and in the moment of impact, you feel an impact of like pure evil necrotic energy burst into your very soul. Can you take a strength saving throw?
Strength saving throw?
Okay, so he pushes you 10 feet away from him.
It's like Scorpion in Mortal Kombat, but in reverse. Get away from me!
Yeah, essentially, yeah. So he pushes you back out there, and he himself is going to move. He himself is going to move to here. to get out of the grease and the fire. He does take fire damage of D6. So he takes 3 fire damage before he leaves.
Oh, shoot.
And the damage to you from that attack was 6 plus 3. 12 damage, Zio, is what he did to you.
Whoa!
Attack.
Oh, snap. Woof. Oof, man. Okay. This is kind of, I wanted to get in there because, you know, I'm a tiefling. They can kind of take fire a little bit.
And
has
again,
the
at
fire
this
spread?
stage, can everybody take dex saving throws because the ceiling is still collapsing, including the boss.
Yeah, and I'm closer to the ceiling, aren't I now?
Yeah, you would actually be.
Yeah. Oh, SQ.
Mic on.
Anybody who fails takes 3 bludgeoning damage.
Can I
And the boss
sacrifice
failed
3 bludgeoning? But
3
wait,
bludgeoning damage, and the boss also failed. You see a piece of scree actually slash across his chest and open up a gash on his chest where the armor once was.
before I
Seems to
roll,
be a lot less armored than he was a moment before Zaru cast that Eldritch Blast and Arad landed that slashing cut. So it's back in the turn order to Elder.
Elder
just before I roll my dexterity saving throw, I was wondering if, from where I am, if there was a way that I could. Never mind. It would involve movement. Never mind. Forget it. Just wanted to save SQ from getting hurt.
Mic on.
Where are you? You're there. It would, yeah.
too
If
far
you had
away.
been a little bit
Far away.
closer to her, yeah. You can't move on somebody else's turn, so. Over to Elder.
Right. I will fire a firebolt at the big baddie, or try to at least.
Oh no!
So unfortunately, his back is to you. So the part of the armor on his back is still perfectly in place, and you see it hit, but it just doesn't singe him in any way. His cape gets a little bit singed at the sides, but that's about it. Over to Zio.
All right. How much move would this be? Good. I try to go around the oil.
Yeah, that's fine.
And I will
25 feet.
I'm just gonna play
I got 30.
to land right here. Right here.
That's fine, yeah.
And now since I don't have disadvantage, time to hit it with my quarterstaff.
That's a solid hit, Zaru. Zio. You streak
I thought
out
I was the only one that had problems with it.
you use your quarterstaff and you bash in his helmet, and you can hear the ring of steel, and he almost stumbles on the spot as this loud ringing noise emits all across the corridor in the room. You do 9 bludgeoning damage. Very good.
Right.
You still have your bonus actions.
Then 1 key weapon for your blows.
Okay. How many of them do you have left?
0.
So this is your last one, is it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, go for it.
Oh,
Nice. Okay. So your first one hits off his bare chest, but it doesn't have the strength of your second attack. Your second attack actually goes in just underneath the ribs with an uppercut motion, and you feel bone crack under your fist. Roll damage.
Mic off.
Nice, and a solid hit of 6 bludgeoning damage.
And then I backed up 4 spaces. And I
Very good. Zio, as you back off, you can see that your enemy looks to be breathing actually quite heavily at this stage.
We got this.
Fucking Zeru is probably gonna get this stupid last hit. The point of damage.
Next is
SQ.
SQ, please.
Mic on.
Alright, so
Please let it be SQ.
Eski's gonna take one step forward. She's not in the oil. But I wanna take a shot with my crossbow.
Ooh.
Okay.
Oh.
No. So unfortunately, your crossbow just streaks off to the left as you shoot it, and you look a little bit disappointed with yourself as the bolt streaks way to the left and hits some of this rubble over here on the ground. Up next, Larod.
So what you get for buying stuff at the pound shop?
Longsword, hopefully to the face.
Mic off.
Just the first thing.
Sorry. American
Actually,
friends,
with
dollar
his
store.
chest armor gone, that's enough to hit him, Larod.
Oh,
Punch up over here.
okay.
With his chest armor gone, his armor has been significantly reduced. That's enough to him from the front.
I see. So damage then 7 slash.
Okay.
Mic on.
Oh my god, he has to.
How would you like to do this, Larod?
Yes!
So as Laurent lifts his blade for one last swing, he just goes for the. I would assume the neck is not so well covered, or if it is, then for the ribs.
Okay, yeah. So as you slash against the neck, you catch his guard open, and you slice from the side of his neck down across his body. And at the last moment, he tries to bring his greatsword to bear to knock away your hit. And as your blades meet, you see a crack form on his blade all across the blade, from the top to the bottom to the middle to the recesses, and it bursts in a shower of sparks. Blue energy sails out of it in all directions, and he falls to the ground dead.
And guess who's pin dropping into that mess?
Mic on.
Oh god, where's River's wife, guys?
Oh, God.
You are out of initiative. The enemy is vanquished.
Okay. I still. So what happened? I dropped my wings. I'm dropping down on this guy. He's burst into. Did I just drunkenly land into a corpse that's split apart?
Oh, don't worry. It happens to everyone.
He's throwing
You
up
can see-
again.
You can see the greatsword in his dead hand, the hilt of it, which used to be a beautiful azure platinum with diamonds and sapphires in it. It's just pure black in his hands. It's a pure black and grey steel sword hilt with basically no decorations on it. It looks like it's a pure function weapon. The beauty of it has been long gone with the energies that he put into it.
Just to be clear, no one else aside from Ripper saw that his wife was in the sword.
Yeah,
Correct. Ripper's the only one that saw that.
Secondly, the sword being on the ground.
Well, everybody saw him breathe and exhale onto the hilt until it formed a blade. Everybody saw that.
Yeah, and SQ
Ripper all were the grab it.
And if anybody wants to do a history check, this is the last time you saw somebody do such an action.
We need a minute here while we watch my brother basically decapitate this guy one bite at a time. Yes.
17.
Larod, with that, you remember the fact that the last time that you saw a creature breathe in such a way, there was some kind of soul transference happening that you don't really understand at the moment, but
now I feel
it
terrible.
seemed to look like the power of moving a soul from one object to another.
Does SQ throw up?
But see, this is where I feel terrible. I'm throwing up in and around the area of the sword.
I just rolled a Constitution save because I'm watching a man bite through another man's neck.
It would. Can I roll 1 2 to make, or something that I can make it so that like a dexterity so I don't throw up on the sword. Okay,
guys. As Ripper finishes the decapitation of his neck, the body turns back into the body turns back into the visage of the king whom you were just speaking to about 10 minutes beforehand. Outside you can hear boom, 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 sire! Boom, 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 sire!
I think we should leave.
What the hell just happened?
And then next thing, the 2 golden doors open up. Oryx the head of the religious clan, 6 guards, and the commissioner for warfare all walk in, seeing their king dead on the floor.
Hey, this is an upset. It's set up.
Don't worry, guys. We saved you. Your king was a false thing, and we killed him because he tried to kill us.
And it is at that moment that we'll end the session for today.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Guys.
Oh, did we just decapitate the king?
Oh my god!
No, he was a human. This is a dwarven king. He can't have been the king.
Oh my god!
Did we just decapitate a king?
No, that was a human.
No, it wasn't the king.
We're fine.
Oh my god!
But they think it was the king, and that's all they need to know to crucify us.
I
wanted to do is go back in my bottle.
I mean, even if it was the king, he was evil. He
literally wasn't the dwarf. He wasn't the king. We're fine.
He still was the king. We're not
he wasn't the dwarf.